Well, the day's finally come, and I'm on my way to Glass Cages to get replacement tanks for these two 55-gallon tanks that have been held together by these braces on the top, because the brace at the top of the tank failed on both of these. These are aquarium tanks, and these braces broke off right here. And Aquarium did refund me in full, so they did good by me. So, but I went ahead and decided to go ahead and take that money and invest in some very well constructed tanks from my friends over in Dickson, Tennessee, over at Glass Cages. So let's head over there and pick up the two new 55-gallon tanks. They're going to be replacing these two tanks here. Like everything around Nashville, it's about a half hour from here. So it's a joke we have. Everything's half an hour away. But let's go ahead and hit the road and get into the backwoods of Dickson, Tennessee, where Glass Cages has 80 acres and 11 ponds, some of which I fished in, and go pick up those tanks. A visit to Glass Cages for a fish keeper is like a visit to Disneyland. Look at this beauty. It's got blue vinyl on the bottom. I suspect it's going to be a bare bottom tank. Hundreds of gallons. Look at the overflow on this tank. Incredible. Another monster sized tank. Here's a smaller one with a very large overflow box. A little bit of smoke glass on the bracing. They've brought all of their cabinet making in-house, where before it was done outside. So now they can take custom orders on how you'd like your cabinet to look. This one allows you to take off the side panels so that you can get the tank up on top much more easily. You can see some of the finishes that they're doing. Absolutely beautiful. I was able to meet the woodworkers and the folks in their wood department. Just real craftsmen. They're using oaks and hickory and birch and all kinds of great woods. You can custom order what kind of finish you would like on your stand. Here's the beginning of an acrylic tank. Some folks don't know that they do acrylic as well. Some of the kind of polishing and cutting types of materials they need for these giant pieces of glass that can weigh 500-600 pounds. Just amazing. They have all kinds of smoked, unsmoked, leaded, unleaded. This is called the mule. You can grab one of those big pieces of glass and spin it around. This is an air table. That air table lets you move glass around with one finger. This one will cut holes into tanks for you. Before they assemble the tank, they'll go ahead and drill it. And here are my two 55-gallon tanks. Joe, the owner, actually is going to help me get them over to my car. How's that for service? You can see the build on these tanks. Absolutely beautiful. I love the clean corners, and they fit just right in my car. Just a pleasure to work with Joe over at Glass Cages. Check them out. Let's get these tanks home. And now the work really begins in getting everything transitioned over. As I was driving home, it occurred to me that I'm just so lucky to live in such a beautiful part of the world, and also to have made so many great connections, so many fishy friends, since moving here to beautiful Nashville, Tennessee. So after I take this half-hour drive home, I'm going to have to recruit some friends and get those tanks out of the car because they are way heavier than the normal commercial tanks you might buy. And then I'll have to figure out the logistics on transitioning the fish from the old tanks to the new tanks, and then I'll go ahead and perhaps swap out the top of those old tanks and replace the braces. So stay tuned for that, my friends. And I thank you for tuning in. And be sure to tune in for the upcoming videos where I'll show the transition and also show the swap out of those top braces. All right. If you'd like to subscribe, go ahead and just hit me on the face there, and that'll get you subscribed. Be sure to hit that notification bell. And here's some additional playlists you can check out. All right. Thank you, my friends. And I'm going to enjoy this beautiful drive home. Bye-bye.